Hey there, it's me Red Knight and welcome back to my channel for another Heyday video. Now today's video is heading on over to the valley. We're going to be visiting Greenland this time, talking about the Woody Twins characters that we are getting within the game as part of the decoration, and also the kind of valley that's going to be coming up within the game. Now please pay attention to the valley information, it's very important. Now this valley is going to be a sanctuary valley. That's right everybody, it is a sanctuary valley, not a chicken as per normal standard valleys. So this is your chance to pick up those animals as you drive around collecting some cool tokens. Now once you've collected those tokens from either picking up the animals or from going to the buildings, you'll be able to buy items from the valley shop itself. Additionally, if you wanted to, you can save up enough tokens once you've collected enough animals to buy from the 3 special items that we've got down there within the game. Now remember, those items will include diamonds. They'll also include the decoration plus diamonds, which is the one I tend to go for, and boosters. Now the preference is yours. If you're someone who wants to go with the boosters, please do choose them. Those boosters will go into your storage, you won't have to pay for them, and they will allow you to do a lot more within the game itself. Now I know some of you like to grab the diamonds. Now the diamonds are very nice indeed. They allow you to expand within the game, do a lot more. So if you are interested in the diamonds, please choose those. Now if you're like me, you like the deco, plus you also like the diamonds, then the next option is much better. And this gorgeous decoration is very nice, but what does it look like within the game? Is it big or is it small? I'm going to show you 2 videos, one now and one later at the end. Now the first one looks like this. You can see the characters sitting down there, and that's what you are going to get within the game, so one of those. Now this part of the video is the bit that I enjoy. I actually take the theme of the decoration, take the country in question, and tell you a little bit more about the culture, because it's nice for me to be able to learn. So I'm going to be talking about the clothing in this section towards the end, and also a little bit about visiting Greenland itself. So let's get into that part of the video now. Now first of all, here are 10 interesting facts about Greenland that you might not know. Number 1, it's the world's largest island, which I did know. Greenland is actually the world's biggest island by area that is not a continent. The total area of Greenland is 2.16 million square kilometers, including other offshore islands. Almost 80% of the land mass is covered by an ice cap. The ice-free area may be a minority, but it's still around the size of Sweden. Pretty big. Population of 56,480. It's one of the least densely populated countries in the world. Number 2, Greenland really was green. So since most of Greenland is covered in ice, snow and glaciers, the Arctic nation is mostly white. So how did it get its name Greenland when it's not really green? Well, actually it got its name from Eric the Red. So a red man calling it green. Interesting. Now he called it Greenland in hopes that the name would attract settlers, but according to scientists, Greenland was actually quite green more than 2.5 million years ago. So he was a bit late in naming the place Greenland. Interesting history on that point. Now, Greenland is an autonomous country. Greenland is an autonomous country within the Kingdom of Denmark. So although Greenland is geographically a part of the North American continent, it's been politically and culturally associated with Europe for about a millennium. And I bet you didn't know that. Now, in relation to Greenland, it's had this since 1721. Denmark held colonies in Greenland, but the country was made part of Denmark in 1953. In 1979, Denmark granted home rule to Greenland, allowing them to self-govern since then. Now, in relation to Greenland, it has a long history, so 4,500 years of history. Now, according to historians, the first humans were thought to have arrived in Greenland around 2,500 BC. A group of migrants apparently died out and was succeeded by several other groups who migrated from North America. At the beginning of the 10th century, Norsemen from Iceland settled the uninhabited southern part of Greenland, but they disappeared in the late 15th century. So in the past, people came and people disappeared. Sounds a bit dangerous, or it sounds like a very difficult place to live in. However, there is quite a bit more to it. Now, the Inuit migrated here from Asia in the 13th century, and their bloodlines survive to this day. Most Inuit Greenlanders are their direct descendants and continue to practice some of the centuries-old traditions. Hence the fact we've got the clothing for the characters, by the way, which is really cool information later. Now, Inuit culture. Today, 88% of Greenland's population are Inuit, predominantly the Kalit, I hope I got the pronunciation right, or mixed Danish and Inuit. The remaining 12% are of European descent, mainly Danish. Interesting information. Truth be told, Greenlanders actually don't appreciate being called Eskimos. The proper name for them is Inuit or Kalalit, which actually means Greenlander in the native Inuit language, so Kalaluist. Interesting. The Inuit Greenlanders strongly identify with Inuits in other parts of the world, like Canada and Alaska, and they actually share some similarities in their language as well, which I found quite interesting when I was reading up. By the way, check out the links for this website and others later within the video. Now, a multilingual nation. The majority of the population in Greenland speaks both Greenlandic and Danish. The two languages have been used in public affairs since the establishment of Home Rule in 1979. Today, the young generation learn both languages as well as English. In school, the Greenlandic language is an interesting language with a long history, and it's closely related with the Inuit languages in Canada, such as Inuit. Kayak and igloo are Greenlandic words that have been adopted directly by other languages. No roads in Greenland is number 7. This bit surprised me, and I was quite surprised about this. So despite having a land size of 2.16 million square kilometers, there are no roads or railway system. And the only roads are basically within the town, and they end at the outskirts. So travelling around between the towns is done by plane, boat, helicopter, snowmobile or dog sled. Boats are by far the most popular mode of transportation. You often see locals out cruising the fjords every summer. Sounds kind of cool. I think I would enjoy that one as well. Now, whaling and fishing. Fishing is a major industry in Greenland. The country imports almost everything except for fish, seafood and other animals hunted in Greenland, such as whales and seals. I wonder what the whales taste like. I've had it in Japan. I'd have to go out there and try it there as well. Now, each administrative area has a certain quota of whales, seals and fish assigned to it, ensuring that there is no overfishing, which is actually good to know. Certain species like the blue whale are protected and thus cannot be fished, which I didn't know. One thing I did find interesting, though, was that no export of whale and seal meat is allowed. They are only consumed locally. So if I wanted to eat seal, I'm actually going to have to visit Greenland. So fingers crossed Heyday will plan a trip and I can enjoy that delicacy. Vibrant capital city. Almost 1/4 of Greenland's population lives in the capital city of Nuuk. Vibrant and funky, the city is the biggest, most cosmopolitan town on the island, and it packs quite a lot of museums, hip cafes and fashionable boutiques for its small size, which is why you've got to check out those links later, by the way. To get an introduction to the country, be sure to visit National Museum of Greenland, the Katuk Cultural House, as well as the Nuuk Art Museum. Like I said, the link I've included in the video later allows you to see some of these tourist destinations. So do check them out. So this is one reason why I'd like to visit the place. Now, backed by a panorama of mountains, the city is perched on the mouth of a giant fjord system, making for easy day trips into the fjords and surrounding nature. Now, this part appeals to me a lot. I would definitely enjoy that one. And from what I could see at the website, kind of cool as well. Now, this next part relates to the birthday. So, midnight sun. Every year the sun does not set from May 25th to July 25th, and it stays visible throughout the entire day and night. The midnight sun, as it's called, is pretty cool natural phenomenon. Everyone needs to experience at least once in their lifetime. June 21st, the longest day of the year, is the summer solstice and a national holiday in Greenland. You'll find locals out basking in the sun or enjoying a barbecue out in nature. Yeah, let's head off to Greenland, set the barbie up and enjoy it. I really would. Now, here I'm going to talk about the clothing that relates to the characters. So in this case, I've chosen the women's national dress. In general, the national dress of women consists of a top, pants and kamik boots. The top consists of an inner garment, timiak, and the outer garment, anorak. The pants are short, reaching the upper thighs. Now, there are 3 main variations of the national dress in Greenland. There's the West Greenlandic national dress with bead collars and sealskin pants. Very similar to the top part of the decoration you are looking at for the characters within the game. Now, number 2, Northwest Greenlandic national dress from the Thule area with long white kamik boots, foxskin pants and black sealskin collar. So again, you can see the black collar, you can see the boots down there within the characters. Now, I think the costumes here do relate to the ladies' clothing, which is pretty cool. So as a decoration, I like it a lot. East Greenlandic national dress, which has two versions, one made solely of sealskin and the other a top amat made of fabric. Now, from reading the history of both websites and a little bit more, I found reading about the costumes to be very, very interesting indeed. Especially when I think about how the beads were developed and where they came from. So it's kind of interesting learning a little bit more about another country's culture, especially when you don't know these things. So, Heyday, thank you for the decoration. Now, the dress of the full area has developed with the addition of the fabric anorak, as has the amat and East Coast Greenland. In the late decades of the 1900s, people of East Greenland started to wear fabric amat instead of the top of the West. Greenland symbolized their regional culture. Okay, let's just say that one then. Sorry, mistake then. Today, more and more people model their dress on traditional skin clothing of East Greenland with kamek boots of depleted skin. This is the costume, this is the clothing, this is the decoration. Very pretty indeed, if I do say so. I like this decoration. Simple dance movement to it, as you saw in the video earlier, but let's show you a nice little design where they're all mixed in together so you can see a size comparison. But before I do that, these are the two links that I've got for you. Check them out. There's an interesting one there for Visit Greenland, and if you go through the different tags within the website, there's a lot of things that you can learn and get more about the country. This is a quick deco I put together using some of the winter decoration. You've got the igloos, you've got the characters in costume down there, you've got some trees in there for size comparison. It does look good. Now, speaking of good, how about supporting me? If you enjoy my videos and my content, why not type in code RED9 into the green box before you make a purchase in game, or choose one of the other content creators. Additionally, what's more important, see the little circle, click the circle, subscribe to my channel. I'm working towards my goal of 75,000. Join me on that journey and I will be forever grateful. Either way, see you next time. You take care, have fun, and goodbye now.